Why are you so serious, Renee?
I don't know what to do. Too many decisions.
Renee's overthinking it. I do that sometimes. It's a complete car, complete running car right now, guys. And I gotta take it apart. Quick update, transmission's out of the Supra, taken apart. Upper shaft, lower shaft is missing. This is the rail that shifts for you. These are the fork, all the gears. So I have a decent sized list of things I would like to replace. Just to be safe, here's all my stuff I'm gonna replace. It's not like it would wear out right now, but the reason is it will wear out at some point during next season. So just spend the money, make it like new again. And then when you go into next season, you're not gonna break anything. You're kind of, it's like refreshing your motor. The motor's running fine, but you know throughout like middle of the season it'll fail. Okay, so basic stuff. It's cool to see the inside of a transmission. The cool part about a Samsonas is it's just like an empty barrel that the transmission inside internals just ride in, and the shafts connect to the transfer gears up here and these bearings at the front and back side. Now the exciting thing I wanted to talk to you guys about besides this was this guy here. So this is the new, it's not new, but we haven't seen one over here yet. They had them for a little over a year now. But this is an H pattern dog box. So this is just like a GSR NASCAR box or Andrews NASCAR box, same as Baby Blue has in it. I have an Andrews in there. So the cool thing about this is it's priced a little bit lower than that. Comes with a really nice shifter. Looks like a sequential shifter, but it's not. It is just H pattern. See how that slides out of the way, and then you would go this, you would rotate that way to go kind of underneath first gear for reverse. And then it has, you have to make your linkage from here to here, and it's similar to how the Samsonas makes a linkage, but this one uses like these little L-shaped thing that'll slide in through there on that end, and then you put like a locking clip, like a C-clip in there type thing, and then on this side you would cut this to length and weld it in between for your shaft. Depends which chassis you're in. Why I'm saying it's similar to the Samsonas is here we have this is the other they're both Samsonas but similar to the sequential. That's your pre-made linkage that ships it for you, which would vary, depends on the chassis you're in. So I'm excited about this. We sell these on our website. These are like complete package, about $65.50, but then tax depending if you're out of the state, and shipping, but that's pretty cheap for a brand new 4-speed dog box. You can pick the ratios. If you got a brand new GSR, it'd be $7,500, and a brand new Andrews would be, could be like 11 grand, I think, or 10 grand. So big difference. These are really nice. Parts are very similar to that inside. Another cool thing is the same adapter that I designed with Collins, the Rad Industries Collins adapter for a J3 bell housing on a 2J motor is identical to the one we run on this one. So I have a full setup for the Tilton Slave hydraulic release bearing down here, and the right clutch from ACT and bell housing kit if you guys were going to go that route. So it's pretty cool. Here's what I was talking about with the quick disconnect. So I can leave this side in, slip that out, and it'll be bled still on both transmissions. And then I'll just remove this bell housing, swap the bell housing. First things first, gotta get the exhaust off, then the drive shaft out, and then once that happens, we can pull the trans out. Whoa. Next, I'm gonna remove these bolts. There's 4 bolts here, 3/8. Do that real quick. Then I'll drop this and you'll see how quick a trans comes out when it's just a 4-speed dog box. Okay, now we need Joe. You are?
Yeah.
Alright, now I'll measure them again. It's like 22 3/8 to the outside of the... Go from here, not here, because that would be included on the other. This one's shorter by a bit. It's 22 1/4 probably. 5 5/8 to here. So we're pretty much same, everything. Here's Baby Blue's original one, which was designed a little bit different. It has the Get Nuts adapter plate in there with the 4-post Tilton hydraulic slave. Here's the Rad Industries Collins adapter one that we did for Samsonas that uses a little shorter 3 bolt pattern hydraulic slave. They're both pre-bled because we have these quick disconnects, so that I can just plug it right in to this one. This clutch is, these fingers are starting to move out a little bit, so it has a little bit of wear on it, but for the most part, it's probably halfway through its life, so we can get a couple more vents on it. It's a little oily, I'm gonna wipe it down, then I'll throw the bell housing on, connect the starter back up. Looks pretty good. We should be okay. Okay, everything looks good. Start installing bolts. So you guys, we can sell this on our website. We sell the transmission on our website. The only thing is we do not offer a stock bell housing. It's just a J3. If you guys don't have one and you wanted to buy it like an all-inclusive kit, we could build you these as well. That's an option with a custom bleeder and drill the holes in the bell housing. Just need to put that on our site. Okay, so it's in, and Joe's building a mount now. Drive shaft fits, so it's a direct bolt in. That's really cool. Looking over here, this is tight now. We made sure the exhaust was in when we sampled to make sure it would work. It's like close, but it works now. Shift linkage is done, and we had tested with a ladder and being up here to make sure that this stuff would still kind of come together without too tight, because it kind of tilted the motor at a different angle. Because before, the motor was leaned back a little bit more than it is right now. We pushed it up from behind a little bit. So now I'm going to tighten in. It's kind of dangerous being this high up on a ladder. I'm gonna tighten this down, make sure that's good, tighten it, and then put the other pipe on. Then I'm gonna kind of walk around and do nut and bolt check while it's up on the lift, and then we'll test it in a second. Ooh, look, the mom is here. Guys, my mom is visiting.
Who are you talking to?
The people.
Hi.
Got the transmission fully mounted. Cool thing about this transmission is it just bolted right in, same drive shaft. We made a new mount last night, and I made this plate and stuff that holds this in. It's a little different style than like the sequential handle, but it looks very similar to the handle part. But then there's this other mechanism here. There's this pin here that you can adjust, and there's one over here you can adjust, and then you pull this out of the way so you can go over here for reverse. So last night I drove it real quick, and this pin was too far, so it would stop here, and you'd go in and it wouldn't go into first. You'd have to do this to get to first, which is what you're supposed to do for reverse, first or second gate. Right now I've adjusted it halfway in between where it was, and now it's good to go for first and second. And then reverse, you pull here and like go a little further over and forward, and you go underneath first gear. So it looks like we're good now. I'm just gonna go cruise it back and forth to make sure, run it through the gears, make sure it's good. But cool thing about this whole setup is it's 6550, brand new, everything included that you see, you know, trans, input, shifter, and the linkage, all for 6550, brand new 4-speed, and you get to pick your ratios, and it fits easy inside like the trans tunnel of any car because it's real thin. So let's go test it, and then hopefully this video is informative for you guys. And we're gonna go do some action drifting with it, so you get to see it in action this weekend